Hello everyone. My name is Mary Mercy. I am God, and I am the President of the United States. Today, I want to share with everyone the stories of my life about God, who was born in the vast and infinite universe and created this universe by myself, as a God and the mother of the entire universe. What I want to share here is humans' purpose and mission in this life, as well as the true stories of our lives and the truth of the universe. Do you know why I am a woman and I alone can create everything in this universe? Why, as a God, must I go through the most miserable and painful days of my life? Why do I have to do all the difficult work in life? Why do I have to do everything by myself? Because, when I was born alone in an empty universe. And I was alone in a vast and empty universe, and in that situation, I understood my purpose and my mission in this vast universe. That is, I am alone, and I have to do everything by myself. No one helps me, no one for me to depend on. So during that difficult period of time, I became a powerful God. My life circumstances created a God like me, with full instincts and power. Because during that time, I lay alone in the middle of that vast and endless universe. It's just me, and I understand that I have to do everything by myself. I have no one to talk to, no one to help me, and no one to depend on. So that is what created a brave and compassionate God like me. Because I understand that if I want to succeed and if I want to create everything in this universe, then I must sacrifice myself and do everything by myself. And I alone have to control this entire universe because I alone created everything, so I alone can control everything. Because I am God, it is my duty to do everything. Even the most difficult and painful things, because if I don't do it, no one else will, and no one else will have the ability to do it. So, I have to do everything that is most difficult and endure all situations to make it all happen and to reach a good life for the whole world. Today, I want to share this with all of you because it is very important in your own lives. What I want to talk about here is independence, courage, and sacrifice to achieve common good goals for all of humanity. If you want to be successful in life, you must do everything yourself. You cannot rely on others. If you rely on others and they do not do it for you, you will never succeed. Whatever you do, you will own it. Things stolen or deceived by others will eventually be returned to their rightful owners. I am God, and I will protect the rights of all of my people. When you work for yourself, you will control everything yourself, understand everything, and achieve according to your own will. In this life, if you don't think about others but only about yourself, then this life will have no meaning. Think that one favor given will lead to many other favors being given. If you cause resentment toward another person, it will have many negative consequences for others. It has a lasting consequence. So, when you love someone, what do you want to give them? You constantly want to provide the best for your loved ones. That's giving the person you love the most expensive, valuable, and meaningful gifts to make them happy, right? That comes from your heart. And it is voluntary. And so is God. When God created all of you, God also loved all of you very much. Because you are all my children, my joy, my hope, and my future. Just like when you give birth to a child, you want to do everything to give your child the best and happiest life, right? And you all want the best life for all your children, right? And so is God, too. When God created all living beings in this universe, it was God's wish to see all of you, all living beings in this universe, have the most loving, harmonious, and happy life for everyone too. I created everything in this universe by myself, so I want to see everything in this universe be good, beautiful, and perfect. I alone created everything in this life, so I know how to control it. I can create and destroy things. Everything comes from me and will disappear from me, that is true. I am the source of energy for the whole universe. If I don't give you energy, all of you will die. That is true, because when I was born, I was alone in the universe, lonely and empty. That's why, when I created all the children of mankind, I loved all of you very much. Because all of you are my source of motivation, you are my joy and my hope, you are my future, and I am willing to sacrifice myself and do everything so that we can all have a good life forever. My wish is that all of you will grow up and mature like God, live in love and harmony, share and care, grow together, and do good deeds to help others, the community, and the whole world become a good place. Never doing bad things to harm others, that is totally wrong, and we need to change, we need to fix it. What I wish is that all of you will become God like me. You will grow up and mature in your mindset and in your actions to help me manage this universe, and everyone will have the understanding and intelligence of a God like me. So you all will do good and useful things. And you will know how to use your intelligence and your talent to join me in this mission, to change the world by doing useful and good things for the world. And you will know how to live responsibly with yourself, with your family, and with society. You will know how to care for and help others, so that together we will advance towards a new civilization. A civilization of perfection and immortality. I am God, and I alone had to do everything for all of you to have a good life here today. So I also hope that one day you will grow up, mature, and know how to be kind to me, grateful to me, and do useful things to help others. Someday, you will replace me to govern and manage this universe because I am God. I also need to rest and need support from all my children and my creations. I have done everything and sacrificed myself in the past, so that we can have this day. So I also hope that all my human children and creatures will follow my instructions, live well, do the right and good things, and be willing to sacrifice to help others when necessary. All of you, please remember that everything in this universe I created is for all of you to live here and to inherit all that I have created. And you all have the responsibility to preserve and develop them in a good and perfect direction. What I wish for everyone is to know how to live in love and harmony with others and to live for good things, for a common purpose for all humanity, and for the entire universe. You will know how to control your mind and never try to do bad things for others. Because I will not live here with all of you forever, I can come and go at any time. And what I impart to all of you here will last forever. I hope that you will all understand my good purpose here at this time, to guide you all and to guide the world through difficulties and hatred, overcoming suffering and lies, separation, and reaching a life of harmony and eternity, which is the life of truth. I need to stop all the wars around the world now. That was my purpose in coming to this world now. And I also hope that all of you will understand the purpose of your own good life in this world. You must decide for yourself the boat of your own destiny. You need to do good things. You yourself will have to decide who you are and what you want to do in this life, to succeed, to change yourself, to bring yourself to a new position, to a new peak in your own life. You are the one to decide your own destiny and position in this universe. No matter what mistakes you have made in the past, as long as you know how to change and correct them, compensate the victims, and become a good person, you will still be able to live a good life and achieve all the good dreams and goals in your own life. It will never be too late if you know how to come back and be a good person. And God will always open her heart to welcome those who repent, and God will bless you, giving many blessings to you when you come back to be good. When you come to this earth, you bring with you a purpose and a mission, which is to make this world a better place. Then you will have to return to heaven or go to other worlds to do other useful things in other lives. If you know you are doing something wrong, then you must correct it immediately. You need to stop doing wrong. You cannot know you are doing something wrong, but you still intentionally do it wrong. That is unconscionable, irresponsible, reprehensible, and worthy of condemnation. I want to share my own story with everyone here so that everyone can understand the duties and responsibilities of a God towards this entire universe. And also understand the duties and responsibilities of yourself in this life. What I wish for in my creations is that you will grow up and be successful in life. You will become God like me. You will grow up and mature in mind to take care of everything and do good things for the world. I created everything so that you can live here and inherit everything in this universe. But what I want most is that you will grow up and have the perfect intelligence and mind of God, as well as gratitude and courage, sacrificing, and knowing how to live in love and harmony with other living beings and help each other. If you are not grateful to a God, to a mother of the universe, who sacrificed herself to do everything for you, to do the most difficult and dangerous jobs, to give all of you a good life on this earth, if you do not have gratitude towards your parents, towards those who have done difficult and arduous work in life, in order for you to have a free, good, happy, and leisurely life, you must examine yourself to deserve those things. Thank you to those who wholeheartedly helped you during difficult times. You should know how to give thanks to others. Please do not continue to do bad things and commit many crimes against others. Please do not cheat and do fraud and scam business anymore. What I wish is that all of you will grow up in understanding and will have good manners and good actions with people, with fellow humans, and with all the other creatures that I have created, for you to manage and inherit them. I hope that all of you know how to voluntarily do useful and good things in life and never try to do bad things for others. Please know how to choose the right and good things for your own life. All your good actions will create positive effects in life, and all your bad actions will cause negative effects on others. I want to share my story with others in the hopes that they can find solace in life and understand the societal injustices that exist around us. I will stop all the evil rulers and corrupt government systems to make the world a good place. It is my hope that I will serve as a wake-up call for humanity. We must open our eyes and save ourselves, save our families, and save our country from the wicked and deceptive rulers, who seek only to further their interests and lie to people to cover up their crimes. We cannot rely on the old legal system any longer. We need to change it. And we cannot trust politicians when they are doing wrong. We need to change and ensure that all the lies and wickedness that have plagued us are put to an end. We must follow God's orders. And by doing good to people, we will stand for the truth, for integrity, for honesty, and for the well-being of our country. Only then can we change the world. Let us all work together to protect ourselves, our families, and our communities from the wickedness that seeks to oppress us. We must stand up and fight for what is right, for it is only through our collective efforts that we can bring about true change and justice. I am God, and I already used the Constitution of America to impeach Joe Biden and all the Democrats on November 18, 2022. If they do not enforce the laws of God, if they do not enforce the laws of the Founding Fathers who created this country, because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, if they do not enforce the laws of humans' rights, if they do not carry out the command of a God and of their ancestors, so why do you still vote for them to become president? They do not have the qualifications and ethics to continue to serve the people and enforce the law anymore. I am God, and I am the supreme judge in the universe. I created all of you, and I have all the right to decide everything about my creation and my universe to keep this world good and useful. Today, I came to this world to do my duty as a God and Mother of the universe. The supreme judge of the universe, the one who has full authority to decide everything in this universe, and everyone must obey my orders. If anyone behaves disrespectfully and against me and harms others, then I will punish them to preserve order and peace in the world. Today, I also want to tell you a very touching and meaningful story, so you can understand the meaning of life. That was one time when I accidentally watched a very meaningful movie in my life, which was the movie Death Row. In this movie, I witnessed a very tragic scene. That is, everyone who will be sent to this prison will have the same tragedy and will eventually die. In this prison, there will be a total of 18 floors, and on the first day when you are brought here, you will be placed on the highest floor, which is the first floor. On the first floor, you will only be able to stay here for 10 days, and during these 10 days, you will be living with many other death row inmates. Every day, a tray of food and water will be brought down here for everyone to eat and drink first. After 10 days, you will be taken to basement number 2. After you are free to eat and drink from that food tray, that food tray will continue to be taken to the next floor below, floor number 2. On floor number 2, there are also many people locked here, and they will only be able to eat what's left of that food tray after the people on the first floor have finished eating. People on the second floor will be allowed to stay here for 10 days. And then they will have to move to the third floor. After the people on the second floor have finished eating, the leftover food tray will continue to be taken to the next floor, the third floor. And the people on these third floors will have no other choice. They will have to eat all the leftover food if there is anything left over that the people on the floors above have eaten and left over. Just like that, every 10 days they will all be taken to the next floors below, from number 1 to number 18. And finally, they will be moved to the last floor, which is floor number 18. And when they are transferred to this 18th floor, they will surely die. And how they will die, I would like to tell you now. When they are carried down to the 18th floor, they will only have 2 death row inmates. Every day, the tray of leftover food is taken down to this floor. But, of course, if the meal tray had been carried to the 18th floor, there would have been nothing left to eat or drink because the upper floors have been completely consumed. So, when you are brought to this 18th floor, it also means that you will have to starve and die. But ironically, this prison also deliberately arranged for another death row prisoner to be here, so that these 2 death row prisoners would have to kill each other and eat each other to survive, and one of them would have to kill the other death row prisoner. Besides eating each other, it was the only option to survive a little longer. So today, I want to ask all of you here, if any of us have to fall into this painful situation of suffering and death, can you tell me? How will you choose? Would you kill the death row prisoner next to you and eat their flesh so that you could continue to live for a while longer? Or what will you do in this situation? Can any of you tell me what you will do in this situation? As for me, in this situation, if I had to choose between life and death, I would choose death. I will say to the death row prisoner in the same room as me, I want you to kill me first, because I don't want to stay here alone in this loneliness and fear, but I want you to let me die in peace. Please wait while I am sleeping deeply, and in that sleep, please deal with me decisively and quickly, so that I will not have to endure the pain before death. My choice will be like that, because I know that, after I die, I won't have to stay alone in a cold, lonely, and scared room anymore. I will return to heaven and live a happy life of my own. As for the other death row prisoners, after they kill me, they will eat my flesh so they can continue to live for a while longer. But does that make any sense? I think not, because after they kill me and eat me, they will only live a few more days, but during that time, they will have to face their own crimes. They will have to live in fear, loneliness, and the torment of their own crimes, but in the end, what? In the end, they will have to die. And after they die, they will also suffer in hell for their own crimes. What I want to share with all of you here is that if all the death row inmates upstairs knew how to share food with those on death row downstairs, then all of them would not have to die. Because every day, a tray of food is still brought to them. But the problem here is that all the people upstairs don't care about the people downstairs until they are brought downstairs. And they have to depend on the leftover tray left, when they were put in a situation of no choice and had to depend on others. They knew that sympathy and sharing were very necessary and also part of their responsibility towards others. If they only selfishly care for themselves, they will surely die. But if they thought of others, then surely all of them would not have to die. Through this story, I want to share with all of you about human sharing and empathy, no matter what situation we are in. If we know how to help each other and work together, by sharing our sufferings together, we will overcome all difficulties in life. Even if we have to die, we will have no regrets. If we only know how to live selfishly for ourselves, this life will no longer have any meaning. Everything will become corrupt, cruel, and evil. I would rather die in honor than live in disgrace. If I have to choose between life and death, I will die so you can live, if that makes any sense. Next, let me talk about the situation and life of his people today. In fact, a free, happy life is not difficult at all. Everything that happens in this society and in this world is all caused by us humans, so if we could just rearrange all the laws and reissue regulations, as well as ways to rearrange order in society, then we will all reach a new civilization, which is the civilization of God, which is the civilization of freedom, sustainable existence, and happiness. To reach this level, we must first change the law and make people happy and satisfied with their own lives. Because only when we humans feel joyful and happy will we no longer compete with or be jealous of anyone, and will we appreciate human values and morality more. And they will live meaningful lives and do more useful things for society. First of all, we will have to make a revolution to change all legal systems and ways of enforcing laws in society. First, we must change the current law to obey God's law. Please read God's laws in my book, God's Truth, and all people must obey the law of God. The Constitution of the United States also states, the rule of the law is that everyone must follow the laws. This is America's challenge, and I call for change. I am God, and I am the President of the United States. I am doing my job to make this world a good place. In recent years, the United States has faced a myriad of challenges, from homelessness and rising crime rates to financial fraud, business fraud, suicide, shootings, social injustices, etc. Against this backdrop, I have experienced the trials and tribulations in this land and have a unique perspective on the state of America, which I have shared through my book, God's Truth. I shared my remarkable journey and explained how I emerged with a mission to shed light on the truth of this universe and inspire change. This article further delves into my experiences and my passionate call for a shift in political allegiance. I witnessed the plight of the homeless, the alarming increase in crimes, widespread fraud, and the devastating impact of bankruptcies on individuals and families. Shootings, abortions, and murders had also become prevalent, and all of this left a trail of suffering and grief in their wake. Amidst all of these injustices and absurdities, I, God, was among the few who dared to speak up and offer solutions. My experience was the presence of serious and urgent political wrongdoings in American society. These issues were contributing to a homelessness crisis and a proliferation of social evils. And unfortunately, it seemed that no one was willing to stand up and denounce those responsible within the government. This silence and inaction only served to exacerbate the problems the nation was facing. The legal system is being used to cover up for scammers and thieves while punishing those who do right and those who are good. The judges, lawyers, and government officials are all corrupt and greedy, favoring those with money and power over the rest of us. I also strongly condemn fraudulent companies and people who use evil lies and lost all their consciences to deceive others, take money, and run away. Starting today, Everyone who uses contracts and lies to take other people's money and then runs away, or companies that sell fake or counterfeit goods online, or scam companies. I will put them in jail until they pay off their debt. Such flagrant and shameless acts of deception and stealing of other people's property must be strictly and severely punished by law. In the past, I have seen and witnessed all the scrutinizing eyes and cruel and evil words coming from ungrateful and cruel people, and they have found every way to harm me and oppress me. They stole all my money and pushed me out the street to be homeless. They wanted to take me down to the mud of society and throw me in the trash. But they didn't understand enough to know who I am. And they also don't know who created them and let them live here. They are opposing and hurting all the good people, but they did that with an almighty God, who gave birth to them and created this entire universe. I will punish them later. I will not let them be humans again because they are unworthy people. I was extremely shocked and hurt, badly insulted and humiliated, and handled harshly and unfairly by police officers and other government officials. I am a victim, and I am also a witness to all the sins and failures of this government system. Today, I come here to present all the facts clearly and truthfully so that we can all accept the truth, change and amend the Constitution, and move towards a perfect system of government for everyone. For a God like me, they even kicked me out onto the street to be homeless while I was dying. I have terminal illness. That was truly the worst thing, and it was very worthy of criticism, very worthy of condemnation, judgmental, and unscrupulous. They have lost all humanity. After all, I am also a God who created them, so why do they treat me so cruelly? Their actions are not equal to those of animals. That's why you can see all the crime and homeless people on the streets now. In addition, I also started a business and signed business contracts with many people and businesses in the US. They all lied to me to sign the contract and to do business, then took the money and ran away. They didn't do it according to what they agreed to do in the contract, or they didn't keep their promises, which is bad for people. From now on, I will not allow those bad things to happen anymore. From now on, all of you will have to follow everything you promised or signed in the contract. If they do not follow the contract, the banks are responsible for refunding the money to the victim. Within 2 years, all transactions through the bank will be refunded if something goes wrong or not, as stated in the contract. If the person being charged money does not have money in the bank has the right to calculate interest and collect the debt according to the bank's regulations. The bank can take that person's house, business, and all their assets if that person refuses to pay the bank. We must have such strong measures. And then we can end all the criminals and fraudsters occurring across America. We must arrest those who cause harm to others and be responsible for compensating for the damage they cause. We cannot allow fraud and theft to continue to occur in our country. I will also establish all legal aid government attorneys' offices in all states. We will always have lawyers on duty in these offices to help those who need help. We will work for people and protect the good and the right. We will protect justice. We will regain the people's trust by enforcing the law fairly and justly. Second, we will have to change the monetary management system and the salary system in society. We must ensure that everyone in our society gets paid for the work they do. No matter who they are and what job they do, they will still be paid and enjoy all health, retirement, and social security benefits. We must ensure that people are free to choose the work they love. Because only when they are interested and passionate about their work can they work well and create valuable products. And if they work because they are forced or unfairly oppressed, the products they produce will lack quality and will be bad. To achieve this level, we will implement job transition for everyone, meaning we will give people the freedom to choose the job they love. Because when they get to do the job they love, they will work more effectively, they will work for their own passion, so they will work efficiently. Finished products will easily achieve high value and high quality, and finished products are perfect. Furthermore, we must ensure that everyone is paid a fair wage to cover all the costs of their lives. We will have to pay according to our current standard of living. They cannot be underestimated or underpaid because of their work situation. Only with a good society that ensures people's lives can we all progress to a prosperous and happy life. After that, I will directly manage and be the director of our country's government. We will have to directly manage and pay all employees working for government agencies, including police, medical staff, doctors, school staff, workers on the road, builders, scientists, inventors, people who contribute to science and to the community, to common causes in society, fully receive salary from the government, etc. I will directly take charge and give a salary and a monthly allowance to everyone who will contribute to this society and this country, including all scientists, developers, intelligentsia, engineers, philanthropists, and monks who want to dedicate their lives to the cause and to the future generations of this country. Please, all of you, non-profit organizations, profits work for useful purposes for the community and society, please contact me and work directly with me. If you have a good idea, a project, or a good plan that can help our community develop better, then please send your ideas, and your projects and plans come directly to my email, god_email@yahoo.com, so that I will personally review them, and I will directly guide and provide all the necessary supplies, and I will also provide all necessary finances, so that all of you can run and manage well the work you have nominated without having to worry about anything anymore. We will support all the churches, temples, nonprofit offices, philanthropists, orphanages, and homes for the elderly, homeless, and sick. Anyone who wants to help the community and society, we will support them with monthly payments, project support, etc. I will ensure that all the monks and those working in churches and temples, charities, and other social organizations, schools, hospitals, and even as individuals. If you have any wish that you want to do for this society and this country but do not have enough funds and qualifications to do it, whatever you need, please draw up your financial plan and reports and the issues that you need help with so that I can directly support and provide administrative costs and necessary needs for all of you. There will be all the necessary conditions to work and accomplish good goals for society without having to worry about anything else. Only this way, we can make people happy and love to work. Because all human misdeeds are motivated by money and power, if we can help people feel secure in their own lives, they will be more polite, compassionate, and loving toward others. They will feel happy and enjoy their own lives. They will also become kinder and more compassionate. They will contribute to society, and they will care for and help others more. Only when people no longer worry about food and clothing can they do the things they love and soon become great people. We must also ensure that everyone will enjoy all the benefits of healthcare, insurance, pensions, sick days, vacation time, and more, so that no one must fight each other for personal gain anymore. And for me, as God and as the guide of this country and society, it is my duty to ensure that people will live in a safe, free, and happy environment. Everyone will be able to do what they like, and then people will move towards a new civilization, which is God's civilization, and which is eternal life. I also need to stop all crimes and criminals from misbehaving. I will do everything to make this world a good one. I am God, and I need all the support, respect, and cooperation from all my creations to make this world a good one. The government is to protect the people, not to rob or harm them. There are no government agencies that are responsible for all the bad things that have happened in our country. That is why criminals and corruption have colluded to harm people. From now on, I will be the president, and I will not let such unjust and unreasonable situations continue to happen in our country. I will establish new laws to protect fairness and integrity for the people. I will hold those who work in government accountable for all their failures and responsibilities in their jobs to ensure that all our people will be properly protected, fair, and just. We will defend good people and defend what is right. We will defend justice for all. Starting today, anyone who discovers someone's wrongdoings, or anyone who lies to get your money, lies to sign a contract, takes your money and runs away, lies on the website or online, takes your money and doesn't do as they say, then all of you just need to call the police. Immediately, the police will come to the scene and make a report, then arrest all the criminals and put them in jail first, then send the report to the family members to invite them to court. Or the lawyers will have to go to court and ask for their release. To resolve all disputes that have occurred immediately, we will resolve all disputes for the people. And we will stop all criminals and fraud businesses immediately. We will not let criminals and fraud businesses be free from doing wrong anymore. It is my hope that I will serve as a wake-up call for humanity. We must open our eyes and save ourselves, our families, and our country from the wicked and deceptive rulers who seek only to further their interests. We cannot rely on the old legal system any longer. We need to change it. And we cannot trust politicians when they are doing wrong. We need to change and ensure that all the lies and wickedness that have plagued us are put to an end. We must use our vote for good people, people who stand for the truth, integrity, honesty, and the well-being of our country. Only then can we save ourselves, our country, and our world. Let us all work together to protect ourselves, our families, and our communities from the wickedness that seeks to oppress us. We must stand up and fight for what is right, for it is only through our collective efforts that we can bring about true change and justice. My mission is to reform the world and make this world a good one. My duty as God in this world is to protect good people, protect justice, and protect world peace. I must do everything to keep this world a good place, so I hope that all of you will follow my instructions, because I am the one who created you all. And I know what is best and most beautiful for this entire universe. And I will do everything for a common purpose for all humanity and for my entire universe. I created you all, and I know what is best for you all, and the things I do are the right and reasonable things. I must return to my divine position to manage this world, and I must enter the White House to do my presidential duties. As much as I love and cherish all of you, I also hope that you will all also learn to love and appreciate me and all my other creatures in return. And I ask for everyone's support in this mission of mine. I want all of you to grow up and to do good and useful deeds for others and for society. I don't want to have to remind you what to do, but I want self-discipline in your own life. And you must know you have to do good and right things. Self-awareness in our behavior and in the way we treat others is very respectable and worthy of respect in this world. If someone treats you all well, then you have to treat them well in return, right? Is it possible that someone treats you well, but you have the heart to treat them badly and harm them? In this life, how many people will come into your life and do good things for you? If someone treats you well, it is because they love you and value your life very much. They are your benefactor and precious person, and you must cherish those precious things. And if you harm those who treat you well, you will lose the most precious things in your own life. If someone treats all of you badly, then you must know how to stand up and demand fairness, human rights, and justice for yourself. We all must know that this is the end of the world, that the prophets and the historians have foretold us about this doomsday a long time ago. And I am a God who created this entire universe. And today I want all of you to stand up for yourselves and come to Washington with me to bear witness to this truth and to change the government system and the legal system to protect your own rights. If you do not know how to stand up for yourself, to protect your own rights, to protect justice and integrity in government, and to protect a God, the Mother of the universe, who sacrificed herself to give birth to all of you and let you live here, then you will have to continue living this sinful, deceitful, and cruel life forever. You will have to continue to endure the injustice and absurdity of an unscrupulous, deceitful, and cruel society by those in power in the government until when? This is the last period. And I have announced to all of you about the end of the world. You must stand up for yourself. Please do not continue to be heartless and insensitive to injustice and absurdity out there. I ask all of you to take a day off from work and come to Washington with me, so that together we can change this evil government. Look at all the homeless people out there. The mental patients being locked up in mental hospitals by the government, domestic violent people, crazy people, etc. They are victims of an evil and deceitful government. If you don't know how to protect yourself, protect good people, and do not know how to stand up together to regain your own rights and the rights of the homeless, the victims of government crimes out there, then all of you will endure oppression and disadvantage from this evil government forever. Even though I'm God, they even don't enforce the laws of God. They even put me in the mental hospitals to cover up their own crimes and to stop me from going to the White House to become president. They deleted all my personal Facebook information every day. They deleted my YouTube videos and my X account. They try to delete all the information about me, about God, and about the true nature of the government so they can continue to lie and do bad for people. So for everyone else, how cruel have you been treated? Look at all the homeless people out there. All the mental patients locked up in mental hospitals like prisoners, and all the criminals, the fraudulent companies, and all the social evils out there. That's the proof. The evidence denouncing the crimes of the government, the deceitful and evil government. Please stand up strongly to denounce the crimes of those who are working in government. They are doing wrong and they don't want to change. I will change them, and I will transform this country into a kingdom of goodness and compassion for all. Our country has a lot of criminals, a lot of injustice, and a lot of absurdity out there on the street. There are a lot of homeless people, and a lot of people are mentally ill. And the government is locking them up in mental hospitals like prisoners. They are victims of an evil and cruel government system, and they desperately need us to stand up strongly to regain power, to change the laws, and to change the enforcement system to help people escape the cruel torture in this life. Please don't just live selfishly and fear for yourself. Please don't continue to be indifferent and insensitive to the injustice and absurdity out there. Don't stand there and do nothing. Stand up with me and fight for God, fight for justice, and fight for the truth. Join me in going to Washington to change the laws and change this cruel and evil system of government. This is the end of time. I am God, and everyone must follow God's orders. After this event, if they don't bring me to the White House to become president, then I will die and come back to heaven. And all of you can go to sue Joe Biden and all the people working in the government to get the death benefits money. Because they are putting you all in a dangerous situation. They did not execute God's orders, they killed God, they let God die, and they let the world suffer God's punishment of apocalyptic destruction. That is a terrorism crime of the government. And they will have to pay all the compensation for the lives of all the people in this whole world. If after I go to DC and if I die, then please all the people in the whole world. Please submit a lawsuit to the Supreme Court to sue the U.S. government in Washington to demand compensation for your own life. Because of the terrorism crime of the American government. Because they do not carry out the orders of God, they did not bring God to the White House to become president. And they let the mother of the universe die and cause apocalyptic suffering for the world. And they let all humanity die in the apocalypse and suffer the punishment of God. They put all the people around the world in a death situation. And all of you need to send a lawsuit to the Supreme Court of the United States to denounce the crimes of the American government of killing God and not carrying out the orders of God, so leading to God's punishment, and the U.S. government must be responsible for all the lives of all humanity around the world. To claim compensation for the lives of all of you around the world, before the doomsday will happen. All people around the world, please submit a lawsuit to the Supreme Court to sue the U.S. government in Washington and demand compensation for your own safety and life. They are the government, and if they don't protect your lives, if they put all of you in a death situation, then all of you have the right to sue them, to sue Congress, to sue Joe Biden to get the death money before the doomsday will happen. And if you want to receive the benefits from God, then you all must arrange your time and work to come to D.C. to attend my Presidential Inauguration Day. Because you will have to do everything on your own to receive the benefits from God's kingdom. If you have gratitude, repay the favor. That is the law of cause and effect in life. If you continue to live heartlessly, indifferently, and heartlessly to the injustice and absurdity out there, this world will be destroyed. I will officially announce the date of my arrival in Washington on Facebook and on my YouTube channel, Mary Mercy, God. And I hope you will watch and follow the latest information every day on my Facebook page. https://www.facebook.com/mary.mercy.9999 and on my YouTube channel. https://www.youtube.com/@godcenter4g. Any questions? Please email me at god_email@yahoo.com. Thank you, and see you soon in Washington. Mary Mercy, God.
In the world of princesses, a sun shone bright, with beauty that gleamed like pearls in the light. Princess Diana, an inspiration to all, radiant and graceful, standing tall. Her eyes, like stars in the sky, did sparkle, infusing hearts with charm and a warm sparkle. Her face, like the moon, had a luminous glow, features that told a tale of beauty bestowed. Her blonde hair, flowing like silk so fine, caressed her shoulders with elegance and shine. Delicate strands danced with grace and allure, enhancing her beauty, so timeless and pure. In her heart resided kindness and tender care, spreading goodness and love beyond compare. She sought to help others, to ease their pain, embracing children with love, like a gentle rain. A princess so gentle, living to serve, easing the world's burdens with grace and verve. She cherished the world with a heart so wide, painting smiles on faces, far and wide. Princess Diana, a fountain of beauty so rare, shining like a star in the blue sky's glare, instilling hope and compassion in every heart. Forever remembered as a princess apart.